Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are hauling the milk today. These 150 cows make a ton of milk. Pretty much we need to run about 4 truckloads per day to keep the milk sold. Hey DB, hey Marco, what is up? Hey Anthony. Let's go ahead and take a look at the info screen. Looks like we're going to need to get our pigs some straw here also. But we can see we got 16,000 gallons of milk left. Truck holds just over, well, just under 8,000 gallons. So I think we're going to have, what, 2 more truckloads? I'm doing pretty good today. Tonight we're going to be doing more of the same. Basically more bean and corn planting. Once we get done hauling the milk here. And we're going to haul some wool also. Hey Schaefer. We're going to haul some wool. We've already sold our dairy products. We got to haul a couple more loads of milk. Got to get some straw to our Piggly Wigglies, of which we now have 215. By the end of the stream, we might have ourselves 220 the way these guys are producing. Well, you know, if we go into an auction format, all that planning may go out the water depending on who ends up bidding for what and how much. Kind of like the auction bid format because you can't really plan out exactly how much money you're going to be able to spend because someone might get into a bidding war with you and you may end up spending a little bit more than you expected on one thing, which is going to require you to save money on something else. Let's see if we can do... Didn't put the track IR on today, and I can't move the camera, so we're gonna have to come out. So this fill point puts milk into the production dairy. So this counter is displaying fuel in, or milk in liters. Hey Prince Roberts, what is up? We also need to haul a load of slurry up to the BGA. There was a question in my Discord earlier today about where the trigger for that was on this map. They were playing with the BGA extension mod also, and I had mentioned that We're going to do that tonight on the map. But we need to get that done also. So any ATS fans out there, it looks like Oregon is going to drop tomorrow. I was looking at Steam, had it in my wish list library so that once it becomes available I can quickly pick it up. But it looked like the way the counter was going that it might drop around 10 a.m. tomorrow. I don't really know when stuff like that drops in, but it looked like it was saying 16 hours or so, and that was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something. Hey, what's up?
Just getting everything fired up.
The price is not official. I did see an article where it said $11.99. New Mexico was $11.99. So I'm kind of guessing it's going to be around $11.99. But the Steam store doesn't have anything. So I mean, I don't know if FCS has anything posted on their site. I guess you could probably buy it, you know, from FCS directly, but maybe they don't even have it up on their store yet. But I've got plans to, that's what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night, unless something goes really awry.
Hearing me okay?
Yeah, you're good and loud.
My computer's behaving like it's drunk. Powers went out like 3 times today, so I need to get a battery back up so it quits turning off.
How long does it go out when it's out?
Like 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know if they're working on a line or what today, but it was on when I left, and then when I just got home, I came in the computer room, and of course it was off again. So you know, boot up takes a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with Windows 10, but man, it's when it first starts up, my disk usage is like red line for a good 10 minutes before it calms down.
Oh. I don't know. We moved over to SSDs at work. Started buying SSDs for work machines. I guess 3 years ago. So we got 1 year of standard traditional drives left. The system I use here, this streaming system's got an SSD in it, and I don't know, it boots up in about 25 seconds. That's including the BIOS. It's ridiculous.
That's cool.
You know, I've been in multiplayer before and said, "Hold on, I got to restart," and then I come back like 2 minutes later. Say, "Okay, here I am."
I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I've researched it. It's like a Windows 10 super fetch problem, blah blah blah, because that's always like super fetch that's redlining my disk usage.
You used to be able to turn that off. Can you not turn it off in 10?
I turn it off, but every time my computer powers down, it turns back on. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing something right.
How are you turning it off?
The Windows command prompt.
Okay, so if you go into services, look for the super fetch service and mark it disabled. Then it should then it shouldn't start back up for you. Okay, I don't know what you're saying, Marco, but I guess DB's translated it for me. So I'll check you later, Marco. And I don't use the Castor food mod.
See if it works.
I did do a video on it, basically how to make pigs profitable or something, quite a long time ago, and I think it's perfectly fine.
Alright, I'm gonna grab my headphones. I'll be right back.
It's just not something that I necessarily seem to end up using too terrible much. With the new update to seasons, pigs aren't such pigs, so to speak. So they're not overly unprofitable. Just just raising pigs and then selling them. So like, I mean, at this point, once you get to like 150 pigs, those darn guys reproduce so quick that that you could probably sell, a good 50 pigs every year and make yourself, a good $70,000. Pretty easy. And the Castor food mod is pretty good because, of course, you haul the animals to the meat processor. They convert the meat into, or the animal into two different types of meat, which you then haul off to a sell point. If you put the right Savapa Agra
sorry for the
processing in, then you can basically process that product even more and sell that for even more. So it's fine. Oh, no problem. We're just talking about the Castor food mod.
Is Darren on tonight?
He's not in at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be on tonight or not.
Gotcha.
Hey, John. Thanks for dropping by. There we go.
I'm here.
Just had a truck drive through me during the sink. Then we came out of sync and I just drove past it.
It's like a superpower. Where you need me, boss?
Well, I was telling the crowd that we were going to haul milk. I think I got one more load of milk. Then we needed to haul some wool off. Then we needed to get Pigleys some straw. Then we needed to haul a load of slurry up to the BGA to show everybody where the trigger was. So I need to be up there or do that when it's done. That way they can see where the trigger is.
I can start on the piggies.
Because somebody was asking about where the trigger was for South Mountain Creamery if they had the BGA extension. And then we get back to our corn and beans. I know, John, it is exciting. I'm planning on, if all goes as expected, I'm hoping to stream that tomorrow night. I was on the other night with some folks from the virtual trucking company I'm in over at Delta Bravo's channel. And we left. When I was done, I was basically at the far south of Nevada. And I needed to basically head up and get where I could get close to Oregon. So I started a run earlier today. I'm going to have to finish it a little bit later so that we can be up there close. Well, they're good for food. They'll need. mix it up. He does a pretty decent deal on that car.
Yeah, I was happy with it. Yeah, I was really happy with it.
Yeah, I owned mine for about, I don't know, 2 weeks before I noticed that it was literally made the exact day that he was born. That my son was born, and I was like, I guess I was destined to get this car. No, it was his exact birthday and on the year. So I'm like, well, that's pretty interesting. Numerology fans would have a heyday with that, I guess.
Yeah, right? I can mix pig food if you want.
Alright, that's fine.
You just have to remind me of what the process is.
It's corn or beans. Whichever one we have most of, fill the mixer till it's 50% of whatever that is. And then take note of how many bushels that is. And then you'll need like the gravity cart or something else to fill half of that volume in bushels with the other product. Then you'll have to dump it on the ground and scoop it up with the skid steer. And then you'll have to then fill the rest up with potatoes. So it's like 50% corn or beans, whatever we have the most of. Then 25% corn or beans, whichever you don't use the most of. And potatoes.
Got it.
Hey John, what's up? Well, I guess either works also, because I got Raznik on with me. Things are doing good. We're earning ourselves a pretty good keep here on South Mountain Creamery. Excited about the Oregon ATS DLC coming out tomorrow and what that's going to be. I've seen a few videos of folks who have gotten early access, and the videos I've seen have been absolutely gorgeous, absolutely outstanding. I mean, it makes like driving through Arizona and California look completely boring. I mean, I thought I enjoyed New Mexico, but I think Oregon's going to be the new place that I just hang out at and make runs around. Alright. See how well that works.
Alright, so I did half beans, and then you said a quarter of corn, then?
Yeah, so whatever the bean liters was, or bushels, it was probably like 400 and some. I'd do like, or was it like 250 bushels?
It's 228.
Okay, so I'd do like 115 to 120 bushels of corn. And then just dump potatoes in until it's full. I've never done a mission on this map. I don't know. We're in multiplayer, so I can't do missions. I can't do anything to test it. But I've actually never run a mission on the map. am I doing? Alright, well, I'm just going to leave this here for tomorrow. I wasn't going to run another load. Alright, we'll just leave it here for tomorrow. Go ahead and fill this up with water. Hey, Huntmaster, what's up? Hey, have you done any missions on this map?
I have not.
Okay. John in chat was saying that apparently if you run missions on 20, his vehicles are spawning in the fence.
I've had that happen to me on other maps. He just needs to take a screenshot, send it to Black Sheep. I doubt they'll fix it now, but...
Well, they got a big list of things that could be corrected. It's just the actual map author has been AWOL since the map released. If you know anything about editor, you could probably move the spawn point a little bit, and that would correct the problem. But that might not be something that you can overly do. Where is our truck? All right, there. Oh, did I leave it? I left our truck up here, didn't I? I did. All right. You fill up. You did fill up. Okay. Well, this is going to be problematic. Well, maybe we won't sell wool right now. Maybe we'll sell wool in a little bit. Let's go up here and get our slurry. Oh, well, yeah. If you're on PS4, then you are limited to waiting on them to update the map. So I guess it spawns inside the fence or on the fence in such a way that you can't do anything about it. Where is field 20? Oh, okay.
We might have to grow potatoes again. Well, probably not on this map.
Oh, I got digestate in this thing. Dag nabbit. Oh, man. Just realized why I was having so many problems.
You can dump. You just dump it all out.
Oh, that one's full. Alright, there's a sell point around here somewhere, isn't there? Let's see. There isn't a sell point.
For digestate, I don't think there is.
Oh, no one sees this. No one sees this. I'm not dumping digestate on the ground. Everyone avert your eyes. I'm not doing this. Not damaging the environment in any way.
I didn't see anything.
I'm not leaving a big trail of stink water on the road.
It's no different than those guys. I'll watch them at the campground. They'll open their gray water tank and then just let it run out on the road.
It all goes back to nature. Nature, man. Alright. I don't know why I was running away. I need to fill up with slurry. I was like driving like I was going to go up to the BGA.
Yeah.
At any rate, we'll take care of that. Let's fill up here at the cows. There's more there anyway. There we go, Slurry Pro. I kind of like the pig food mixer. Just wish you could fill both ingredients from the silo. But I think that's somehow a limitation of the game, because like if you use like a fermenting silo, you know, if you put straw in the mixer, you can't put silage in from the fermenter. You gotta put silage in first, and then you have to put your other ingredients in. Oh, this one holds 10,500 gallons. Holds more than our milk truck.
Alright, 2,000 pounds of pig feed.
They took all that pig food?
Oh no, it was 5,000 total in the mixer. There's still 3,000 left in there. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they took almost half of it.
Yeah, getting to be a lot of pigs.
Yeah, I told Chad it might be 220 by the end of this video, or the end of this stream.
You're getting one every 4 in-game hours.
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah, your reproduction rate's at 4 hours, so.
I'm getting 6 a day.
Yep. Sheep are 5.5 hours. Alright, what's next, boss? You need silage in the BGA?
No, I just filled it. Well, yeah, now that it's 8 o'clock, after 8. Let me dump this first.
Yep.
Can't haul the wool because we got a pallet full of seed and fertilizer.
We can throw it all off. Oh, we'll probably use it up here.
Yeah, that's what I figure. It'll be easier to sell the wool at the end. All right, so I think the easiest way to hit the trigger is to come in at this angle and back in. Right there. And unload. You can see our manure bonus is climbing. Almost empty. Really like that cool display on the back.
The road train, I think, has those displays too.
All right. So we should get more money now per hour than we were getting originally because we now have a manure bonus. Hey, Tazzy Nate Gamer. Thanks for dropping by. Hey, I don't know if... well, no, I'm not going to be doing multiplayer tomorrow night because Truckers MP won't be updated that quick. But we were talking about the Oregon DLC coming out tomorrow. I figure that'll be the light. YouTube's will be on fire with folks probably streaming that. We're gonna put this back over here.
And once you fill it to 30,000, it's good for 12 hours, right?
Yeah, it won't run again until 8 o'clock tonight. And it won't empty. Well, it will chew up some of it, but it won't empty completely.
Gotcha. Just park this next.
Alright, let's take a look at our finance screen. Where is our finance screen? Here it is. To just give you a general idea of what we've been making on milk per game day. And what we've been making at the biogas plant per day. So we are $19,000 a day for the last 3 game days off of the BGA, just running the game extension mod. Nice steady income. You broke the... What are you talking about you broke the server? What did you do? How did you break it? Wish you could weigh yourself. I want to know how much my farmer dude weighs. It froze on you. Alright, hold on. Let me look at something.
Did you take that Fiat out of the pack?
Yeah.
I was just making sure it wasn't that.
No, it's more something more realistic. Get mass, more realistic. Get mass, ever repeating. Let's see. I don't know. First, the last entry is a Flegel trailer, and then some warnings, and then the blowed up Lewis stack.
Does it list what vehicle it is?
There's some Flegel AS trailer, but that doesn't mean that that was the problem. That just is the last thing that spawned in before the stack started. Alright, I restarted it. Give it like 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
So give it like 5 minutes. And we're back to planting soybeans. Like we were doing earlier. Hey Haggard, what's up? Oh,
I was excited. Got to go to Steak and Shake tonight.
Steak and Shake? I've never been there. They don't have any around us.
It's nothing amazing, but the wife and I got 2 drinks, 2 burgers, and 2 things of fries for like $12. Better than a McDonald's burger, cheaper.
We got 5 guys. They have 5 guys where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Five Guys is really good.
You go there for like 5 pounds of French fries.
Yeah, they fill the whole bag.
You know when you see someone that's never been there before when they order large fries?
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
You look around. Do you have a party at 20? Because, dude, you're gonna get like a bag of potatoes. Oh no! Oh no, dude, that's awful, Haggard. That's awful. What's that going to do for your whole harvest thingamabob you had planned up?
Haggard get hurt, did he?
Yeah, in chat he said he got a few hairline fractures in his hand because he got crushed last night unloading some calves. Maybe he got smashed between the calf and this trailer or something. Who knows? Maybe the door. But yeah, that's awful.
Does suck, especially when you work with your hands all day.
Oh, you got the gate in the pins. His hand in the gate.
Oh. Downloaded a big John Deere from Mod Host for this one. It's like an 8970. It's a lot like like the articulated Big Bud or the Steiger or one of those. It's pretty cool. Neat little mod.
Little. A big tractor. Yeah. I've got, I don't know what I got. I got a big 9000 something. It's a big 9R. I got a big 9R that's articulated.
Yeah, this one's the old, like the old 1990s. With the square nose.
Square nose.
I like the 1990s stuff better. I love, like, I think my favorite pack is the Modern Classics pack. I love all the, not super old, but a little bit older stuff.
So you probably would like this Great Plains Cedar here.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
It's a 3-sectional one. Yeah, yeah. Once that wears off, it's going to be a bit of a pain shock. Tell you, spring is going to be interesting on this map. We got one day of sunshine in early summer, I mean. And all of that wheat that we have is probably going to come due in early summer.
We planted it in winter, right?
Either early winter or late fall.
So it'll be ready the first day that's possible, I think. Was that the first of summer?
Yeah. Hopefully, because it'd be nice to be able to flip and put corn in there. Yeah. Oh, yes. That would be pretty difficult.
Yeah, I like the geos that you can double crop. I really like those. Just kind of gives you more to do.
That's why you like the Emerald Coast one?
Yep. There's no snow. I don't ever want to play with snow again. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people like it. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it.
I've not really had a bad winter.
Yeah, I think that first time we played on Sussex, it like snowed like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
I was like, I know it doesn't snow like that in England. What the heck?
Yeah, so the Emerald Coast one, like, you know, the chance of getting frozen ground is near impossible. So you can do lots of plowing and field prep over winter.
Yep. Actually, that's one of the maps I'm looking forward to, the updated South American map in 19, because I kind of enjoyed the 17 one. I actually thought it was a pretty neat map. How it forced you to use the trains. I thought that was really well done.
Oh, which map?
The Estancia La Pacho.
Oh, yeah.
The coloring, though, that I wasn't a fan of the colors, but I like how you really didn't have a silo. You had the storage areas for the trains.
Yeah, the colors made you feel a little cartoonish, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. And I love the palm trees because there's nothing easier to log than those palm trees. You make tons of money off them palm trees. They pay crazy good. And there's just like 3 leaves at the top.
Just snip the top off and load it on a truck.
That's pretty much it. I hope they add growable palm trees in the next one.
Oh, like poplar? Not poplar, but like saplings?
Yeah, like sapling, how you can grow the spruce and pine. That's the only thing with the palm trees is you couldn't regrow them because there was no way to. There was no mod available to plant palm.
All right, we're gonna run up and fill this thing up here.
I thought it was a fun map. I saw one.
Then we're gonna run back down to field 13.
I just was going there was bored on my phone, and it's a Russian map, and apparently you can pave the roads. Like all the roads start out as dirt, and as you put building materials in them, they change. The road texture changes.
Oh.
So I was curious to. I've been trying to find the original link, and I can't anywhere. Russian maps, there's no telling where they uploaded it.
Russian Facebook.
Yeah, somewhere.
I don't know, Haggard. It's just everyone else wants to hear you chat, I guess.
If it works like the description said, you put like you make asphalt, so you have to shovel stuff out of a quarry and make asphalt, then you deliver the asphalt to the road construction, and then your roads change on the whole map over time.
Huh. Guess it's along the lines of those construction maps and the ones where you like do the quarry and stuff.
Yeah, like where you build the factories and all that stuff. I think, was it Pleasant Valley Rivers or something like that? I can't. There's been so many maps in the since January. I got them all confused now. And I've only been playing this game for less than a year. I couldn't imagine playing it since the beginning. I've got 9 months of mods in my head. You have like, what, 2 years?
Well, we could put Follow Me or GPS in. They just weren't a part of the...
I thought there was GPS on that setup.
I don't know.
It was in that. I know it was in that pack. I would just... Or maybe I put it in.
Oh, no, I know I used GPS on that map.
I wouldn't do Follow Me. I'd avoid the hired workers.
Yeah, with MP management, that can be problematic.
Defeats the purpose of, like, me hiring somebody to help, you know? Because I can just hire an AI worker. You're back to the single player situation.
Alright, I used all the seed, but you got lots of fertilizer in this thing. There's seed back at the main farm.
Oh, on the flat? Okay. I'll draw up a rule list.
I would test it, DB, to see if it actually if it doesn't end up resetting everything. I've heard some folks talk about that, where it would reset things, and it resets more than just what you're thinking it's going to reset. And if that's the case, then all of a sudden stuff that had product in it gets emptied. I would just test it. I've never used it myself. Have heard some people say that they thought maybe it would also reset things like harvesters, thus losing crop. I mean, part of MR is just you got to be a little more careful driving. But yeah, I don't. If GPS isn't in there, then I'll need to add it. What, 1,038 BGA income.
There you go. It's 24. Is that almost 20? It's 25,000 a day.
Yeah, it was 19,000 a day the last 3 days, so it's 4,000. I guess almost 6,000 more for the manure bonus. Oh, let's see here.
I can't believe you have the same car, Klein. It's interesting.
Not the same color, but yep, same car. Hey, Jacob, thanks for enjoying them. That's cool. Glad you could catch a live stream. I don't know what you're saying, Haggard. That doesn't make, whoops, that doesn't make sense. Just played it was Case IH. Just played what? What is MR database? MR databank is the basically all the MR conversions.
I think it was a YouTube ad.
Oh, really? An ad cut in? Alright, hold on. Okay. I didn't know ads were playing in the middle of the stream. I thought you were just getting one at the start. Well, I'm glad you could catch it, Jacob. Sadly, I really can't. I really don't feel that I could stream too much earlier than when I start, because I do have a young kid, and I'd rather not be, streaming when he's awake, because I'd like to be able to be available for him and all. Yeah, it's. When I went and bought the car, I had to get it because I totaled mine like 3 days before Christmas. I was taking our youngest, I was going to go pick our youngest up from daycare, to take him to get a follow-up appointment from having some tubes put in his ears. And it was wet and cold and drizzly. And we were going through town. And for some reason, like, everybody in front of me just decided they wanted to stop. So I tried to stop, but the front tires just slid right into this SUV looking thing. Airbags went off. So that was done for. It was like an 11 or 12-year-old car I had. Probably had 150,000 or more miles on it. So I was like, well, there goes that. So the next day, went and cleaned out the old car from the tow yard that it was towed to. Since it was going to be Christmas so soon, I figured there was no way I was going to hear anything from the insurance company until probably, next year. And this was a perfect time to get, end of the year promos on cars. And actually, my wife's car had been totaled not a month beforehand. So I kind of knew that since the airbags went off, they were going to total it, just based on what they did with hers. So I just started going around to car dealers the next day and basically said, I know I got some money from the insurance company, but I don't know what they're going to give me yet. I don't want to make a payment more than this much per month. And I had 3 requirements. One, it had to fit my payment that I gave him. It had to have 4 doors, and I had to have a big enough back seat to put this car seat in that I had, because he was still backwards car seat. That was it. Didn't care what color it was. Didn't care what brand it was. It couldn't be Ford. That was I guess the 3rd rule. Couldn't be a Ford. So, go to a car dealer, go to another car dealer. Went to like 3 or 4 car dealers. Some wanted to play, some wanted to give their little games. So I just left. That's fine, there's plenty around. Then I roll up on this one car dealer. And, they were showing me all these new cars. And it's like, it can be used, just, fairly low mileage. Nothing like more than a year or two, model year or two old. If I'm going to get used, I don't want to get completely used.
Right.
So, they keep trying to show me this stuff, and like, well, let's just walk around and look. So I come around and I see the back of this car. And I'm like, well, what's that one? How much is that one? And they're like, I don't know, it just came out on the lot. It doesn't even have a sticker on it yet. So she got the VIN number, went back in and looked at it, and I don't remember what the price she gave me on it, but it's like, it's got 5,000 miles on it. And it was 2014, and I bought it in December of 2014. I was like, it's just got 5,000 miles on it? He's like, yeah, the guy apparently owned a Subaru, bought this in January, traded it in November for another Subaru. So he owned it for basically 11 months and only put 5,000 miles on it. I was like, oh, okay, let's sign the paperwork, let's do it. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, let's buy it.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Let's do it. So, yep, drove home day after I totaled the car with a new car, new to me. So I got like 74,000 miles on the original tires, which is ridiculous. Because any other car I've ever had that's been new, you're lucky if you get like 30,000 miles out of the original tires. And the Hyundai dealer in town gives you free oil changes for life. You don't even have to buy the car from them; it just has to be a Hyundai.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, like, you know, if you're driving through town and you own a Hyundai, you walk in there, you get your oil change. Free state inspections.
They must do that to get you in the door, and then like, hey, you want your transmission serviced, or did they ever try to upsell you?
They don't, not really.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it because they're offering me a service. I mean, they're entitled to try to make some money.
Yeah, it's the classic, here's your cabin air filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $30. It's like, nah, that's okay, I'll just get it off of Amazon. And it's still like $20 off of Amazon. Yeah, but, yeah. They've saved me enough money in oil changes that, you know, they're like, well, you need this done and it's going to be like $150. It's like, okay, sure. The number of times I've gone into a dealer and walked out without giving you any money at all, it feels like robbery. So sure.
Yeah, take that deal.
So I went in there. So I know I'm going to need new tires. So they priced me out these tires. I went to a local repair shop that we went to when we had the old cars. We still take the wife's car to. I said, okay, here's what he priced me out at the dealer. You know, how competitive is that? Because I was expecting the dealer to have a pretty steep markup. And I could have got 60,000 mile tires for like $75 more at this other shop than what the dealer was going to give me for 90,000 mile tires. I was like, oh, okay, well, here's the tire the dealer was going to sell me. Can you sell me those? And he couldn't beat the price that the dealer was giving me. So I'm like, okay. So Monday I go in to get my free oil change and get my new tires from the dealer.
Heck yeah. No, yesterday I was looking over the car, doing a little maintenance, and checking the fluids and all that stuff, and I pulled the oil dipstick out. I looked at it and I was like, oh crap. Instead of Hershey syrup, it looked like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
And then I was like, crap. So I pulled the radiator cap, and I noticed my radiator was almost out of fluid. And I was like, dang it. And so I put antifreeze in it, and after I did, oil started floating to the top of the radiator. I was like, okay, this one's done. I can fix it. I've fixed it. It's probably just a head gasket. I've done it on other cars. I just don't want to.
Yeah. Well,
and that car's got 220,000 miles on it.
I understand, Jacob.
Excuse to go get a new one.
I know it's late for the UK folks.
So I called the bank today. Called CarMax. It's like, hey, I found this car on the internet. I want it. They're like, okay.
It's fun when you can when you don't have to play the games.
Oh, they were. The guy at CarMax is like, "Do you want to show me anything else?" He's like, "If you want to see something." And
sounds like you know what you want, though, right?
Well, like he was telling me, CarMax dealers, they get paid a flat commission. It doesn't matter if they sell a $6,000 car or a $60,000 car; they get paid the same amount. So he's like, I have no motivation to sell you what you want, other than what you want.
Well, that's good. You know?
But yeah, then, yeah, they've just got a 5-day return policy. And so I said, I'll take it home, test it out, see if it holds up, and if not, I'll take it back.
Yeah, when we bought the wife's car, they let us test drive it overnight, just by them, you know, taking a copy of her driver's license. Yeah. Like, yeah, test driving. While you're at it, just keep it overnight and bring it back in the morning. Think about it.
Yeah, when I had when I used to take my Kia to the Kia dealer when it was still under warranty, every time I was there, they're like, "Hey, you just want to leave it here and you take one of our cars home?" I'm like, "No, I know what you guys are trying to do. No."
I'll get mailings from the dealer. You know, we'll give you this much money on your current car because there's a huge demand for 2014s right now.
Yeah, you could have a wagon. You'd get that mailer.
You can get a brand new one, same, you know, just like all the bells and whistles, same monthly price, and all this other deal. We'll even pay off your old car or whatever. No, that's okay. I'm good. I know it's late, Jacob, because Alien Jim drops by every so often.
The ones that have the little lottery ticket you scratch off.
I mean, it is early for you guys right now.
$10,000 for a new car.
Yeah. Does that one have the navigation and all that in it?
There's no nav on it. It's just a SE. It's got the backup camera and Bluetooth and Sirius XM radio, all that stuff, but no nav.
Okay.
I got my phone.
Yeah, I mean the nav on the in-car nav is pretty good on that one. On those, I mean it's Google. It's Google Maps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you hit the nav button and it dials up the service, and then you basically can. It has speech to text conversion, so you tell it what you want to do, where you want to go, and then it like, you know, do you want to download this? It's like, sure. Yeah. Do you want to navigate to this location? Of course. Why else did I ask you for it? You know, so there you go. Or like if you're traveling, you're like, where is some Chinese food? And it's just a Google search, you know. Such and such Chinese is like, you know, this address. Do you want to go there? Yes. Take me to Chinese food. So that's pretty cool.
I hated getting a car payment, but whatever.
Is it push button or standard key?
It's key. My father-in-law, he's got a 2014 Genesis. He loves that car.
Oh, that's like the Lexus of the Hyundais.
Yeah, he loves it.
My wife's got a Dodge Journey. She likes that DB. It's I think it's a 2014 Journey. It's like the smaller Durango, I think. She was excited to finally own a Dodge. Yeah, when we got this, we told our oldest, who's I guess going to start driving in a couple years, that when she was old enough to drive a car, she would get my car, because my car's got the since it's got the satellite stuff in it. It also has the capability to I can geofence the car to an area. And if the car's GPS goes outside of that, I get an alert. on my phone. I can basically put a not a speed limiter, but I can put an alert on the speed. So just for funsies, I set it to 80, and you know, if you go 80 for more than some period of time, it tattletales on you and sends me an email. It says, you know, such and such car at this location, you know, this GPS address was going, you know, over 80. So it's like, you know, yeah, you're gonna drive my car, and then I know where you are because I could pull up the app and I could basically like find my car, and it will, you know, GPS ping the car and it'll show it to me on a little map. So it's kind of handy if you're at like a big mall. You can't remember where you parked. Where is my car at? Yeah.
You can do that with kids' phones these days too, right? Geofence them and all that stuff.
Yeah, you could put an app on the phone, or depending on your carrier, they might offer a package.
Kids these days, they want cell phones, but they don't realize it's just a leash.
Like, yeah, sure. Here's a cell phone. Thanks. Now I know exactly where you are.
Heck, when I was running around, we didn't even have caller ID on every phone, so you could call from somebody's house and be like, "Hey, Mom, I'm at so-and-so's house," and you're
hey, good speed. What's up? Thanks for dropping by.
Until she calls their parents, and then you're like, "Oh crap."
Yeah, or the curse of the cell phone is, you know, when I call the cell phone, I expect you to answer. No.
Yep.
Not like when I was a kid, you know. When I was when I was younger, it was if you weren't home, you couldn't get a phone call because that's where you had the phone.
Yeah.
You know, if you were not inside the house, then you couldn't answer the phone because you didn't get it. And then you got, you know, if you were traveling, it's like, well, I don't know. They're out. When are they going to be back? I don't know. Sometime. You can have them call you. They're at the store. Might be back in 2 hours.
They're busy.
Yeah, we've got something on the kid's phone. I don't know. The wife set it all up.
Yeah, sometimes there's days where I'm just like, I wish I didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah, when I get home, I usually put it somewhere, and then it's usually where I'm never at. So then I come back like 4 hours later, right before I go to bed, and look at it.
Yeah, people will call and leave me a message, and then I don't check it till the next day, and I call them back. It's like, hey, you left a message. They're like, well, yeah, yesterday. I'm like, well, I don't keep my phone on me. Sorry.
Hey, we got good speed in chat. Maybe he can tell you where that map came from.
Oh, the Russian one.
Yeah.
Pull the name up.
You could ask him. So do you have any buttons on your mirror at all? Like an SOS button?
To be honest with you, I didn't look.
Okay. Because I was thinking, like, I've got an app where I could, like, lock and unlock my car from the phone. I can't start the car because I don't have push button start. But I'm thinking maybe that's because I've got the sat nav package. That's probably all that comes with. Because I've got like 3 buttons on my mirror. One's like an emergency, but one's like just general. It's like OnStar. You know, like you could call up some dude and say. One day I got this beeping on my display. It said, "You need to schedule service." I'm like, what the heck is this? Why is my car telling me I need to schedule service? So I just hit the little button thing. I said, yeah, my car just told me I need to schedule service. And I basically, on the way home from work, I scheduled service with some dude in the car. It's pretty interesting. There you go, the sub or Gort map. That sounds like a lot of places, Haggard.
Yeah, I gotta play around with it in the morning. See what kind of toys it has. Played with a lot of them.
Yeah, I was reading the book. Apparently, like if we get in an accident and like the airbags deploy, like the car will call like the monitoring service and basically report that it was in an accident and the airbags were deployed. And then the monitoring service will, like, you know, contact emergency services. And then they'll ring you up at the car and, like, are you okay? And, like, you know, figure out what's going on. It's like, it's interesting. Car will call 911 for me, basically.
How nice of them. Now, does that cost you a monthly fee, or?
Some of it does. Like the sat nav and all that does, but I think maybe like the emergency stuff is just built in. So it's like, it's probably a lot for somebody depending on how much you travel, but it was like, I don't know, $500 a year. So if you think about breaking it down to $40 a month, it didn't sound like all that big of a deal. Like, apparently if the car is stolen, then, you know, we'd report it stolen. And apparently the police would be able to get in contact with Hyundai and basically, you know, get up-to-date location information on the vehicle.
That's nice.
Or they could basically ask Hyundai to disable the vehicle, you know, so it wouldn't start.
That's cool.
Or if it's in motion, apparently they could do some type of slowdown thing to where, like, the car won't go more than so many miles per hour, so that, you know, people can, one, so the car is safe, and two, so that, you know, police could get to it. But it's like, oh, don't steal my car because it's never gone. You'll always be able to figure out where it is.
I need to look because I'm pretty sure on my screen in the middle, where the data screen and all that stuff is, I'm pretty sure there was a Sirius data link or something app. Maybe that's what that is. I might have it. I just have to set it up.
Oh, like it might have an iPhone thing, like Siri link.
Yeah, well, it's a
It definitely probably has Sirius satellite radio.
It has the Sirius radio, and then next to it there's it says Sirius data link. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a satellite uplink or something. I'd have to look in the book. Maybe that'll do the same, like update the maintenance information, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got Bluetooth. I mean, I already paired it with my phone on the way home, so it has all that stuff.
You mean CarMax didn't do that for you?
I was ready to go.
Yeah, sales girl's like, here, let me help you pair the phone. I'm like, that's okay. I think I can figure it out.
He was like, hey, do you want to get all of this stuff? I'm like, no. I said, it's 7 o'clock. I want to eat dinner. My kids are at the in-laws. I gotta go. My wife has that look that all wives make when it's like, okay, I'm done. You know, that I'm done look that they have.
Yeah, I've got that look. It's time to go. We're done. 5 minutes later, it's the I was done 10 minutes ago look. Why are you still here?
I think my wife was kind of done from the start. The only problem is the car I had 10 years ago. I had just graduated nursing school, so when we bought it, I had no income. I was getting ready to start a job, so she just bought it outright, you know, and didn't put me on the title. So when I got the title out, and I was like, oh crap, her name's on it, so I got to take her. But then my bank, our credit, and so I was going to take her originally anyways. Well, I told her, I said, I'm going to put the car outside in the front yard and, you know, see what I can get for it. And she's like, nobody's going to buy it. I'm like, you never know. Somebody might stop and buy it, you know. So I put it out in the front yard, and that's like 3 hours later, somebody gave me a check for it. I called my bank. I'm like, hey, can you check this check real quick? And they're like, yeah. And I gave it to them. They're like, yeah, it's good. Or what they told me is there's money in there right now. It's like, okay.
There's money in there now, so you better cash it.
So I called her and I said, hey, I sold the car. And then I called the bank to set it up. And it's a credit union. And what it is she's the original member of the credit union, and I'm kind of an add-on. So I'm really not a member, so I can't get a loan unless she's with me. So I had to take her anyways.
DB asks, is it data or travel link? Do you remember if maybe it said data link or travel link?
I think it said Sirius data link. That's what I think. My YouTube feed just cut out.
Oh, we're still live.
Yeah, my phone.
Well, with the internet I've been having the last week, it was like, oh wait, are we still on?
It's on my phone. Sometimes YouTube on my phone locks up. Yeah, I'll have to play with it tomorrow, DB, and see what it does.
Okay, you saw that?
Yeah. I got, what, 90? I think 90 days free. Sirius XM radio.
Yeah, we get.
I won't keep it.
You'll get regular mailers now, offering you various levels of discounts for various amounts of service. Until one day you get a letter saying, "Oh, you get 3 months free now. You get another 90 days of free service. All you gotta do is, you know, tune it in. We've already activated your radio. Say, oh, okay.
Oh, gee, thanks.
So the wife loves that because then she gets, you know, 3 months of free radio that she likes to listen to. But we're not going to pay for it. We took her truck to the dealer. Next thing you know, a couple weeks later, we get a letter from Sirius Radio like, "Ah, you took your journey to the Dodge dealer, and here's complimentary, you know, 1 month of radio service or something." Like, y'all are just giving this stuff away because you need customers that bad?
Well, they need people listening. 'Cause I don't think they make any money charging you for the service.
Hey, Will.
They make money.
What's up?
About the ad time.
Yeah, they want they want you as a subscriber so they can then sell the ad and say, well, we've got, you know, 50,000 subscribers that quote are listening in all the time. You know. Oh, watching and working.
Oh, Will joined.
I think he's working on this map that some people are remotely interested in.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. There was like this little newsletter that came out and said something about it.
One page thing, it was pretty funny.
I was just goofing off. I need to get Adobe because I could do so much more with graphical, like actually make it look like a magazine with Adobe.
You know, it's not that much.
Yeah, how much is it a month? You said?
$19 a month. I only use Premiere. I mean, it's every Adobe product at $19 a month.
Now, do you have? Is that for like a .edu email or?
It's gonna be probably $19 a month initially, probably for everybody. But yeah, I might get it $19 a month forever.
Well, I have a .edu because I work for an academic medical center, so.
There you go.
Yep.
You get all
student discount.
I
get all the student discounts, all the stuff.
Let me look.
ESDB.
Oh, so students and teachers can get $19 a month, $20 a month for all of the Creative Cloud products. But then there's this individual thing. Of course, that's not a deal. You could get Photoshop for $20 a month, single app. It's because we're special. Get it better.
Well, they know 90% of the people that use it are gonna have .edu. Master collection of CS6. Huh.
It's one of those. It's one of those perks you don't remember until you look it up. Oh yeah, most people pay a lot more than that, don't they? Yeah, I think it's like $20. I get charged, and I got the whole suite.
The whole suite.
I only ever use Premiere for video editing. I don't have a clue how to use Photoshop or any of the other stuff.
How much is that CS6 DB?
It's like, that's an old version of Creative Suite. That's what CS.
Ah, gotcha.
I don't know if that's even available.
Might not even be available.
Yeah.
Not like when you use Premiere, does that save all your stuff to the cloud? Like autosave and all that stuff?
You could. I don't, because I got a ton of disk space. Of course, if you save it, I mean, you're editing video, saving it to the clouds, that's a lot of upload too.
I was just thinking for like graphic documents and stuff like that. That way I can work on 2 different computers.
I'm sure you could configure it that way. I've never needed to.
I'm almost out of corn. Come back to the farm here in a second.
I won't need anything. I'm good.
He's still working on what, 13?
Yeah, I got most of the field done. Short part of the field's left.
Yeah.
Stevie does have some good stuff. If you like the
5's done. 3, 5, and 6 are all done. Just working on 4 now.
if you don't mind the mostly square fields, his maps are fun. There's lots of production, lots of stuff going on. A fair bit of the production kind of is auto sell, so you get the benefit of the income, but you don't necessarily have to go babysit the production facility. I just wish his fields were a little less square. I think he designs lots of his maps to be very helper friendly, so they're mostly square and rectangular with lots of grass space around them. Well, yeah. But kind of what I mean about babysitting the production is like if the dairy, for example, on this map did like 4 pallets a day as opposed to 1 pallet a day, type of a deal.
I was going to tell Darren the vegetable garden he put on SMC at Plum South, the veggies.
Oh, is it too quick?
I think it makes 3 pallets a day, so it'd be 6,000 of each vegetable, so it's 5, so it makes 30,000 liters of something every day.
That sounds a little quick.
Conversion's 1-to-1, so it uses all the water and compost every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Surprised he didn't dial it way back like he's got the apples.
Yeah, because the apples are like takes a whole season for them to grow, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a whole crate, and you'll get maybe 3 crates of apples a year per tree. So yeah, I'm surprised that the I mean, you could dial the production way back on that thing, so you get a pallet a day or a pallet every 3 days.
I like the idea of, yeah, I need to calculate it out because I like a pallet season. Kind of makes sense to do that. Or maybe 3 pallets a season, so I have to refill it once a season, something like that.
So it's less of an income maker and just more of something to do on the side.
Yeah, that's kind of fills the time. That's all I ever use production for, is to fill the time when I'm not farming.
We got 2 pigs so far since we started the stream. And almost a whole pallet of wool.
That's good. Sheep, you can make some good money with sheep.
Oh, I know. I was pumping out about 50,000 a day on with close to 1,000 sheep. 1,000 sheep.
Plus, you got to think it because of the reproduction. I mean, if you're gaining 5, 6, 7 sheep a day, that's another what, 20 grand.
Yeah, if it, you know, at some point you go to sell a sheep or you sell the pigs.
I mean, because there's value there. Because that was the end of Hoff. I think I only had like 140 something sheep, and my money was stacking up quick.
Yeah, so I mean, here we decided what we get every 4 hours, so we get 6 sheep or 6 pigs a day, 6-day seasons. So that's 36 sheep a season, and that's not taking into account that the more pigs you have, the more they quickly they reproduce. So over 3 seasons at 36 pigs a season, that's 72. So that's 98. Is that right?
108.
108 pigs a year. So by this time next year, we'll have 320 some pigs just through reproduction.
Yeah. And then I think if you look at seasons, what's the high price on pigs? It says 58.29, but I'd say it's probably 4 grand. Probably the high price for a pig.
I don't think you could. I don't think you could probably sell a pig for 2,000.
So you got 2,000 times 100. What did we say? 108 a year.
So tomorrow's the best day for pig prices. Let's go see what pigs will sell for today. So I can sell 1 pig for $1,700 today.
See, like you said, it'll probably be 1,800 to 2,000 tomorrow.
So yeah, if you get, let's say you get 2,000 a pig, and you sell 20 or 100 pigs.
It's 200,000 a year, just from pigs, just for breeding of pigs.
Just for trying to maintain 200 pigs.
Yeah.
Well, you got to feed them too. So, but since the pigs aren't pigs anymore, feeding them isn't too unmanageable.
They're a lot easier now.
Well, I am looking forward to East Coast to get to experiment with all that stuff. On the what? The Warman Masuin?
Yeah.
I thought there was. I thought it's well, isn't it animal production?
Yeah, well, you have cows, sheep, pigs, and then you have breeding cows and breeding pigs. And then there's 2 chicken yards, a regular chicken yard, and then another one that has these big chicken houses, but I don't know what they do. I don't know if DB's figured out what they do yet either. I don't think there's any other production outside of that. I could be wrong. Yeah, there's a chicken icon on them, DB, and there's these big, long chicken houses, and there's, you know, the indicators for a trigger. I haven't looked to see if there is a trigger yet. I need to do it.
I'm gonna be done my field at 11:30. I don't know about you.
Probably. What time is it?
11:20, 11:10.
Close.
I'm looking at your PDA. You got lots of dirt.
I mean, I can't help it. I only got an 18-foot row crop planter here. The boss is skimping on the big stuff.
Told you, there's only one John Deere on the map. If I didn't have that rule, I'd put Eustace's JD pack in.
He did a good job on that.
Yeah, one
of the better reskins I think I've ever seen.
I like the telehandler with all those extra logos and the
Mm-hmm.
you know, the seat details and the steering wheel cap detail. It's really nice.
I tell you, my favorite mod right now is that K100 Freightliner I have.
That red velvet.
But it's, yeah, but the outside of it's really cool. It's got like 2 different paint jobs. You could just do a standard or a custom, and then you can put visors and wings on it. It's got like a full color palette that you can pick. It's a nice mod. I got it off something you put in mod links a while back. Somebody's Facebook page that just did trucks.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and look at it. It's probably where that Peterbilt pack came from.
Yeah, I think it is.
When you're in the truck, if you look at the front cab, does your farmer like foot stick out of the front?
I don't think so. I have to look closer. Stream in Oregon tomorrow.
If everything goes well. I was looking at it earlier, trying to figure out when it would hit the Steam store. Yeah. What's cool with Steam is, you know, you can obviously buy it anywhere because you know you can just go on the mobile version. You can go on your app on your phone on the mobile Steam app and buy stuff, or just their website. But you can also go to their website and you can remotely install it, like on your home computer.
Huh.
So I could buy it and then basically tell Steam to tell my PC here to basically download and install it while I was at work. So in theory, I could just come straight home, get on the computer, and it's there. So Steam's pretty cool for that. And then the other thing Steam's pretty cool about is, and I haven't done this for a long time, but I used to, when the kid was younger, I would sit with my laptop, and I would basically stream the game from the gaming computer to the laptop over the house Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically turns the laptop into a giant keyboard, mouse, and monitor. But the game is actually running on the gaming computer. So I was getting good graphics and everything, because it wasn't really using the laptop's graphics capability. So that was pretty cool, that you could basically stream the game from another PC to another PC.
Yeah, I've done that here at home. And then the PlayStation, I think the PlayStation 4 can do that too. You can play your PlayStation on your PC. There's a guy at work who plays PlayStation. One of the doctors will.
In the off time?
Yeah, you go in the call room. They've got this really nice call room, couches and TVs, and I know that the people that make the most money get all the best free stuff. But they don't mind if like we come in and steal coffee, because they got a nice coffee maker and stuff. So I'll go in there and he'll be propped up on the couch with a controller in his hand, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm playing PlayStation." I'm like, "On your laptop?" He's like, "Yeah, it's connected to my network at home, and then I remote play it."
Wow, it's pretty fancy.
I don't know.
Hey, whatever keeps these guys sane, right?
Yeah, really.
Because when they're needed, they're needed. So when they're not needed, whatever keeps them sane so that they are ready to go. Alright, we are done planting soybeans.
Gotcha. There's nothing at those chicken houses, though, is there, DB? Just for looks?
Is the other chicken place like a production? I hope it's not like Enhanced Chickens that blows up with seasons and multiplayer.
Okay. That's...
Do you breed chickens? Or do you just buy chickens and it just makes
That's
more
what
eggs?
It looks like, but there's no trigger pops up.
It blows chunks. Seasons does. If Seasons and Enhanced Chickens in multiplayer, it blows some royal chunks.
With seasons.
Yeah. That's what we found out with this map. I'll talk a little bit more in a minute.
Washing the cars, are you?
Oh, washing this planter. Probably won't need it again.
It was when it got over 24 chickens that started causing problems, right?
Right. So in single player, enhanced chickens and seasons are fine and dandy. There's no issues. But what we ran into here on this map with multiplayer was that if I had more than 24 chickens, when Darren or Raznik would join, they would see some Lua errors in their log, and they would not be able to operate certain triggers on the map. They couldn't see how many animals I had in glance, nor would they see them show up in the animals page. They didn't see the traffic. So traffic was visible to me, but they couldn't see the traffic, so they would run into it. And basically what I discovered was if I had more than 24 chickens, things would just blow up. So we have enhanced chickens up here. In fact, let's just go up there and feed them. I posted a fairly detailed message in Season Slack quite a while ago. That's probably the only place I listed it. See, we got enhanced chickens up here. But we only have 24 chickens. If I buy one chicken, next time someone joins the game,
I still have it.
Next time someone else joins the game, they'll have all kinds of issues. It's like the, let's see.
I just sent you the error CCS. I just sent you a PM. That's what was showing up on my end. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's fine. It shouldn't be hard to go back and look at their Slack and see it. It's probably in the bugs channel. There hasn't been a whole bunch of... There's not been a whole bunch of conversation over there. I don't remember. I don't remember which release of Seasons it was. But the error doesn't pop up in single player at all. It's only somehow in multiplayer code. It's as if anything more than 24 chickens is somehow hard-coded maybe in Seasons, that if it's greater than 24, it doesn't like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we started. Truck. Alright, Schaefer, we're going to be wrapping up very shortly anyway. run our flatbed back down here. Right, unload the fertilizer. Stick it in a building. Whoa, buddy.
Driving like a maniac. Sometimes that's the fun part.
Did you see the screenshots of Sim Addict wrecking on ATS?
Yeah.
He was just talking about how bad he drives and how he like had rolled some stuff. And you know, the delivery we've got is going on this like mountainy road and everything, and I go past it and I'm like, oh, it's a really sharp turn, you might want to slow down. And he's like, I'm on my lid already.
Looks like he was hung up on the guardrail.
I said, yeah, if you're not careful, you're going to flip that and roll all the way down into the river. I don't know if he took that as like a personal challenge or what. I just drove over the basketball and I kicked it off to the side.
Gonna end up in somebody's field.
Whoa! Well, you know what we could do? I could add some chickens.
I'm playing on Darren's edit, and I hit the mailbox in front of the house all the time. It goes flying.
Take your own mailbox out?
It just goes flying across the field.
He must have put a collision on it because I just drove through mine.
Yeah, that's on yours. You can't run into them, but on that one, because you can knock down the street signs too.
Well, what we can do is before the next stream,
Sneaky.
I can add some chickens to this and we can see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Friday night or not. Friday night is homecoming with the kid in high school. So she's obviously playing the homecoming game and everything. So we're going to be playing it by ear as to see if I'm going to be available or not. I think if we stream Friday, I'll buy more chickens and we'll see before the stream, if you join, how if you run into issues, or if Darren can join, see if run into issues or not with 1.32 of seasons.
If I remember right, though, I think you tried different versions of seasons. I could be wrong.
Well, it was probably the dev version I had from January and probably the release version.
was really hoping to start seeing a little more gameplay video of 19.
What I understand, looking at Giants Discord, this is a today was a bank holiday. Apparently in Germany or wherever they're at, and lots of staff took the bank holiday as a wonderful way of taking 3 days off and having like I guess 7 days or whatever, 5 or whatever.
Gotcha.
So they were saying, or no, taking 4 days off and getting 9 days off, because lots of folks had taken Monday and Tuesday off and were taking Thursday and Friday off. So they had all this week, and they had the weekend of last week, and they have this coming weekend off. So it was like use up 4 days and get some massive, almost 2 weeks no work. So he said that they're kind of running a skeleton crew this week because of that. So don't expect much in the way of mod releases this week. We haven't seen any. I suspect all we're going to see is maybe fact sheets on Friday.
Yeah. Those are probably already all done. They just release them each week. I'd like to see more about the player customization.
Well, I think in each video we've kind of seen a different AI player.
Mm-hmm.
Gives us a little bit of a sneak peek to some of the options.
So the other thing is, are they going to have? They're not going to have built-in seasons, right?
They say no. But there is a setting in the settings on how you want your temperature to display. So, I was asking a while ago, well, if you're not going to have seasons, then what's the temperature for?
That's a good point.
And I think somebody was saying that basically, like back in 11 or 13, they didn't have seasons, but they basically had a forecast. It was really just a made-up forecast that kind of had temperatures and stuff. So there was some projections that maybe the concept of just a forecast that doesn't mean anything is coming back. Yeah, you don't have that trailer because I just tossed the mods from that one
trailer that would be
series in.
Would it be the animal trailer pack, I wonder?
It's probably no, there's a trailer. It won't be hard to get.
Could whistle and scare your cows.
And make them get out of the way.
Maybe that's what the dog should be for.
Now they just ignore you.
You could set the dog to like corral your cows. I'm almost done. Still gonna be like half hour probably.
Oh well. I'm finishing things here.
Yep. You just tell me when you're done, man. I'll disconnect.
Alright guys, well thanks for coming out and watching. Tomorrow night, if things go well, we'll be streaming Oregon ATS.
I don't know. I think my favorite new feature is going to be the shop.
Oh, see the customizations.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to be streaming here on Friday, like I said, because the kid's got homecoming. And she's got the home game, and just depends if the wife's able to stay up to come pick her up or not. So it'll just kind of be play by ear. So until next time, happy farming.